My name's Kevin Greer. I've been in Austin for going on 13 years, and I just turned 34, and I'm a painter. When I was born, I had really fine, like blonde hair, and the older I got, the darker it got, and the thicker it got. And then as of maybe about 6 months ago, and I don't know if it's just stress or just getting older, I noticed that towards the, I guess they call it the crown or whatever, the top portion, it just seemed to be a little thinner. I've always had kind of longer hair, but it was just seeming like it was thinning out a bit. And Giacomo's been cutting my hair off and on for 5-6 years, and he suggested me for this treatment. And I said, really, do you really think like I'm a candidate? Because it doesn't feel like I'm like, maybe I didn't want to admit it to myself yet, even though I thought it was a little thin. I didn't think I'm like a Rogaine type person or a balding person or whatever, a treatment person. And he goes, bro, I cut your hair. I know it's thinning, so yeah, take this gift I'm gonna give you and like do these treatments and see what you think. As an expressive person, it's one of the ways that I do express myself, and so I've just always been used to having a full head of hair, and even when it was short, it was thick and it was messy and it was real kind of punk rock. And the older I got, it just sort of started to lose some of that volume. So being able to put some of that back and restore that has been like really helpful for me and like my self-confidence and just still being able to roll out with my style. I think noticing like in the shower when you start running your hands through and you come out with a little bit of hair, it's just like, okay, I am about to be 34, but like, is this when things start going downhill for me? Because I'm not ready to start thinning or balding or any of that. And my mother's father has a full head of hair, so I just always assumed I was covered, but it kind of gave me a little pause for caution and worry to see maybe what I should start doing. I found out about ManeGain through Bella Salon, and especially through Giacomo Forbes. He's cut my hair for the last 5 years, and he's the one that suggested the treatment. Well, my expectations were, I'm not really sure about lasers and technology on that level. I mean, I'll believe anything. I've just got to see it first, and so I was a little apprehensive, but he said it didn't hurt, and I sat under there, and usually we just veg out on a magazine or something for 25 minutes, and it was actually kind of relaxing, something about the light therapy or whatnot. But every time I left, I felt, uplifted, and after about 3 weeks, I started to notice that there was definitely more volume in my hair. After the first like 3 weeks or whatnot, everything just seemed to be like poofier or thicker. People were noticing at work or whatnot. Like, I don't have a hair dryer, so I don't blow my hair out, but everybody was just like, are you doing something different, because it just seems full. And then I guess shortly after that, I started like really investigating like in the mirror, and I noticed I had all these like baby hairs coming in, all this like 3 or 4 inch growth. So I was like, obviously the machine works. When I saw the change in my hair, I noticed that my confidence just skyrocketed it. I felt like I had my youth back a little bit. I'm only 34, but I felt like I had the hair of like when I was 20. And I rock my hair out a little bit longer anyways, so I don't want to be that guy that's thin on top and got long hair in the back. So it felt good to be able to keep my style. My uncle, who's bald, he wants to get under the machine himself. So yeah, I think anybody who's approaching thinning or especially already there, this treatment works.